As an agent, you should quickly check in each morning on MLS and what is going on in your area. This is a 5 to 10 minute activity. You just need to flip through the information. Every morning, I go on MLS and one by one write new listings in my area out on a sheet by hand. I divide my sheets into columns and I fill in how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, the square footage, and the price of the homes. That's it. I don't even try to read it. I just write it into the columns on autopilot every morning. The more I did this, the more I started to know what something should be worth in my area. I automatically started knowing what any property would be worth based on the listings I was seeing in my area daily. I never needed to commit anything to memory. Doing this kept me on the top of current values. Because not many agents study MLS, doing so gives you a game advantage. You'll know what something is worth, and you'll always know exactly what is going on in your area. You'll know how many actives exist and how many homes have recently turned over, and how quickly. It's not rocket science, but few agents do the work required to know all of this information. By doing this, you'll sound more educated at the door. You'll know the bigger picture of what is going on in your area in case homeowners ask about it. If you do your morning check-in with your map and you place the moving pieces that are at play in your area, this information will be fresh in your mind and it'll be easy to talk about with them. If you have extra time and really want to dig in, look up specific details about the places and look at the photos. When Sally says that she loves the house that was just listed down the street, you can comment on the garden or something specific you saw in the listing photos. You can also start marking other people's listings and solds in other colors on your map. This helps you easily see which streets are turning over quickest. There are a couple good reasons why you would want to know this information. It keeps you generally aware of your area for when you are talking to clients about the neighborhoods. It also shows you which area might not have turned over in a long time, say 5 to 7 years. This can be a pocket to keep an eye on because once one turns, others in the area are usually triggered to start turning as well. This happened to one of my areas a few years ago. Nothing was selling. Everyone was holding onto their property, and then one person listed for a great price. This inspired others in the area to start looking at their home's value. Places started turning because the price had hiked so much. Owners were seeing the value since their home's prices nearly doubled. This area suddenly went from being an area that was dead for years to being a very hot area with high turnover. As soon as it started turning, every house was ripe to start turning. When you see a first new listing go up in a previously dead area, you can help inspire that high turnover to begin. You can start a door knocking campaign in the area. Having watched that area can be your sudden advantage as you become the first agent to get in. You can prepare a printout with the first listing and take it with you to tell people about it as you knock. You might say to homeowners, "Did you know that Bob and Sally just listed for 1.8?" Or you could say, "Did you know that Bob and Sally just got 1.8 for their house? Can you believe it? Would you like a free home evaluation for yours?" You could also look up and point out how much that house's price has gone up since it was last listed or last turned over. If the house used to be 1.2 and it's now 1.8 million, this is information neighbors might appreciate knowing. They'll start thinking, maybe now is the time to think about selling. Action step: create the habit of reviewing MLS listings daily. This is another thing to add to your habit tracker. There were a lot of resources to print off in this section. Before moving on to the last section, take a moment to make sure you've printed everything here and have it all ready for your next action steps.